and so I have been filming a bunch of clips this week without like realizing until later that I did not film an intro for this video for this week. So hello friends, welcome to another weekly reading vlog. I can say that this is a weekly reading vlog because this week I have been reading a bunch. It is more of like a mood reading situation for me this week. That is why it's quite exciting actually. I have read a bunch that are quite popular when it comes to like booktuber, book talk sort of books that I've seen like a bunch of people talk about. Most of them were hit and miss, so I will leave you to like my other clips to explain to you what has been going on this week. Hello friends, so I just finished Babel by R.F. Kuang, and I don't know, I think I ruined it for myself and did not like research first what it was about, and I was like, okay, I will just include this in my June reads because I have the audiobook of it, why not try it out? And I actually did not like it as much as I wanted to. I gave it actually a 3-star because there are like a lot of trauma that's happening around, and I don't know if it's just like because it's like war, secret societies, racism, a lot of heavy topics, but at first it was kind of a bit boring, but once we get into it, it confused me. I don't know, I just don't feel like I like the book, but the writing style was okay. It was super academic, super informative. Of course, it's historical fiction, historical fantasy, and it's dark academia. So I don't know if it is because it's dark academia that I couldn't get into it, or is it just because I did not vibe with the concept. So in any case, I'm going to like start another audiobook. I was actually going to put this in my July TBR. I actually put it in my July TBR video, Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and I decided to just listen to it now. It's June, end of June, because I'm halfway through the audiobook, and I just decided that why not? I listen to the audiobook while I like continue with my crocheting on my hexagon cardigan. I haven't done this in a while. This is the second part, like the second hexagon that I'm working on because I finished the first one, and I'm excited to sew up another project, hopefully by like the end of July maybe, because this is like a lot. So I'm going to start or like rather continue with Powerless, and then I will update whatever it is I am feeling about the book, because so far it's not going great for me, to be really honest, but it is like a very popular romantasy. I wanted to knock out a TBR prompt of mine for July, so I'm going to just truck along. I kept it away. It's solid fabric is known, and yet I've never seen anything more perfect. My one liking is another pocket signing inside outside the desk, making it ideally accessory for me. I take a deep breath before sitting into eye contact, now sleep sweat. Then I grab a new pair of boots and about to sit on my little creaser, revealing a stout man with a digger. I heard you were ninja. Yes, I've learned before that you want to show us something towards him. It's my foot. I see. The man model sofa, gesturing for me to sit on the bed. I consider knocking him out before deciding to take advantage of his great healing thirst. He gently takes my foot in his hands, and I watch his fingers dance over the check of going on my ankle. The sight of my flesh hitting back together sends memories of my father at my ankles, paining me more than the injury. I blink from the way when he finishes, leaving only faint lines evidence of my boots. Well, if that is all, I slip my jacket around under the pillow. I finished the book, and this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I will probably not be continuing with the Powerless series or trilogy or whatever it is called. I don't know. If you like this book, kind of bit sorry, but you do you. But I just don't. I didn't like it. I actually gave it a 1-star. And it has become like one of my worst books of 2024. I even gave like one of like my cursed readings, like a 1 to 5. So this one is like even lower than that. One, because like I have so many, like I ranted to my best friend about this, and she was like, what is this book you're reading? Why are you even reading it if you hate it that much? I don't know if it's like the sunk cost fallacy or something like that, but like I am already there. I'm already in the middle of the book. It might get better. A lot of people gave this like 4 or 5 star. It's a romantasy that's pretty popular all over booktube, and I wanted to try it out, see for myself if I like this. However, there is this one like part in the story graph synopsis or description wherein it is similar or like compared to like a mix between Hunger Games and Red Queen, and I did read both Hunger Games and Red Queen, And I read Red Queen, I think, when I was in high school, and it was similarly not as good as I hope it was. I don't know if I gave it 3 or 2.5 for Red Queen, because it was a long time. I was younger back then. I didn't know. I couldn't remember what rating I gave. I didn't put it on Goodreads back then. But I did not like this. The main character, Peyton, reminds me so much of Delilah Bard, which if you have been with me for a couple of months as I was reading the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, I really hated Delilah. That's why I gave like the series a lower score than I should have, because I really love Darker Shade of Magic and the whole trilogy. However, just because of one character, I gave it a lower score, which is kind of sad. But in this case, I believe that if ever I'm going to I should read the synopsis and research a little bit when it comes to if a romantasy involves a powerful, magical, almost busted powers sort of prince and a no power thief, I would probably just stay away. I can't. And there are a lot of things that I don't really enjoy in this book. It's super convenient. There are 3 trials in this book. One, I don't know, I shouldn't spoil this, but it's a mishmash of all of different dystopian YA or battle royale sort of tropes. First it was Battle Royale, Hunger Games, and then it was Capture the Flag, and the third one is Maze Runner sort of situation. But it's no, it's too convenient. I don't know, I don't want to spoil, but there are a lot of instances here why was it too easy? It feels too easy that it has become boring. Everything is served up, and the conveniences, it's no longer you don't think that it's a coincidence that some things in some moments in this book happened, and the pain, sorrow. It's supposed to be romantasy, but it's enemies to lovers, but it's sort of also forced proximity, because they are almost always together, and if they're not together, one of them is cranky about it, and it's sort of annoyed me. And also there's this forced love triangle that wasn't supposed to be, or it wasn't necessary, I guess. I'm sorry if you like this. Good on you. I heard that the next book is coming out real soon, Reckless, I believe. So if you love the series, then go for it. If you love romantasy and not really that picky when it comes to romance, and also the progression of the story and writing style. I actually it was an audiobook when I read this or listen to this, so I kind of sped through it and glossed over a lot of stuff. That's why it's kind of what is this? But it was it's super easy. I think if I was reading it, it was also super easy to read through, and it's yeah, I guess this is YA, I guess. But yeah, that's so far 2 back-to-back books that I did not like. I'm actually working on my current Project 6 Star book, so I'm reading the 3rd one. I will not mention what that book is, because this vlog Cozy in Case episode is going up before my Project 6 Star episode, so I'm going to read the 3rd book, try to change it up a bit. It's going to be another YA book, but it's in a different sort of situation. It's not a romance, so I'm hopeful and praying that this book is better than the last 2 ones that I've read. Well, never mind. I'm actually in the mood, I don't know why, to read the first book of The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. This is going to be what I'm going to read now, because I have the first book. I don't have the rest of the series, but if this is going to be good or something that I really would want, I might purchase the rest of the series, which is 4 more books. Really going from for the older audience sort of book to a middle grade. These texts, the spacing are so big, I might end up finishing this today, if I'm being honest. So I finished The Trials of Apollo Book 1, The Hidden Oracle, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So usually when it comes to Rick Riordan books, gods, the Greek gods, and of course the Roman counterpart selves, as well as other ancient gods, are kind of like very superiority complex, very annoying when it comes to like their personality, because they are like high and mighty and stuff like that, and very sarcastic, very sassy. And you go into this book knowing that Apollo is like very vain, very narcissistic sort of god. He is the god of healing, god of the sun, I guess, archery, a lot of stuff. And this book, the story in it follows like the events that happened after the Heroes of Olympus series, and then it is simultaneous with the Magnus Chase series books. So while the Magnus Chase series books are happening, this book is also happening at the same like time frame. And a lot of cameos, a lot of callbacks to the people from the first two series, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief series, as well as the Heroes of Olympus series. A lot of people are in here that I really enjoy. The moment when I knew that Will and Nico will be here, the Solangelo couple, I was so happy. And then I really enjoyed this book because we think that Apollo is going to be this god that is super vain, as I've said, turned into a human because Zeus punished him because of the events that led to like what happened in the Heroes of Olympus series. And so he has no power, he is being hunted, he's being like what I call this, tailed and such. So he had to go to Camp Half-Blood and have like his trials in order to regain his godly self. And I really love the character development and the changes that happen to Apollo in this. Like, he feels more human now, not necessarily because he is like mortal in this case wherein he has zero godly powers, but rather he has found his humanity. And he is such a good father in this book. Like, he met with some of his demigod sons and daughter, and I really enjoyed like their interactions. It's very much moving. I have like a lot of tabs here. Some of these tabs, like, they are not necessarily like have color coding in them. These are just the moments wherein I find it either funny or touching, or like I really enjoyed. Some are like Solangelo moments, and also some are like moments with Apollo and his children, and it's just actually very much heartwarming. It's super quick. I guess if I wasn't really that distracted yesterday with like cleaning up stuff, I would have probably finished this book like right off the bat. I ended at around 300 pages. This is like 360 pages book, and then I suddenly realized that I started a new series. At first, one of my videos that I have filmed, like, it was probably my July TBR Jar video, wherein I said that I won't like make a video about the series or like a bunch of series that I'm in the middle of currently, because I only have like 4 or 5. And then I started to write down more and more as the weeks go by after I filmed that video. I am like in the middle of like more than 10 series, and I started another one with this one. So 5 out of 5 for the first book. Will I purchase any more from the series? Because I know that there are 5 books in the series. For one, I don't think I will, because one reason is that this particular book was published 2016. It was 2016 and 2017 when I bought this book, knowing that it is going to be a series, because as you can see here, it's book 1. But I don't know. It was during college. I wasn't really reading as much, so I did not grab the next book immediately when it came out. And my fear is that if you haven't seen my Magnus Chase reading vlog, my fear is like it might end up that way, wherein I bought the first 2 books of the Magnus Chase series, book 1 and book 2, at around like 2017, 2016-ish time. And then I bought the 3rd book recently off of Fully Booked, and the edition was the same. It's still Disney Hyperion, but it is shorter and the pages are like newsprint, like sort of grayish, and not like how it used to be. It used to be like this cream colored, very pretty paper, and now it's like grayish and like thinner. So I am like discouraged to buy the next few books unless I buy the whole series. And if I buy the whole series, I will have a duplicate of the first book, which I don't know how to get rid of this book anymore, because a lot of people are selling their first book for some reason. I don't know, I like secondhand. So I don't know. I really did enjoy this though, and I do have a copy, like a digital copy of the series on my phone. I did download it like years ago, but yeah, I think I am going to continue with the Trials of Apollo and possibly finish it within this year, hopefully. I don't want to like bring series to the next year if it's like a finished series. So yeah, I'm so happy about this, and it's Saturday actually today, which is quite early for me to film my weekly memory keeping spreads, but tomorrow I feel like it's going to be busy, so I'm filming this today in order to put it up early. And also like July is going to be insane as well when it comes to scheduling. So I'm going to quickly show you what happened in the week. I haven't updated yet my, what do you call this? My monthly calendar, but I don't have anything else here probably in my reading list. I did write a reading list, like a TBR beforehand. I did like listen to the audio on SoundCloud actually of Call Me By Your Name. And what rating did I give this? I think I gave this a 3. Call Me By Your Name, male romance. It's very angsty and I really enjoyed it. So far in like my June TBR, like I pre-written in here, I only read 5 and I like mood read the rest of the month, because somehow the TBR that I prepared for the beginning of June I did not like anymore. I do have updates here when it comes to like my polls, but I'm going to come back here and we're going to go here. I did cover this part because it is with relations to my Project 6 Star for July, so I had to cover that up. I forgot. I need to like stop writing them down in like my pages if I'm not done with the project. But in any case, this is my spread. I really enjoyed using like a bunch of these sticker flakes of like flowers, sakuras and such, and like just sprinkle it around. I haven't really bought any like stationery and sticker related stuff, but if ever I plan on buying any more, I probably would just buy a set of like floral like sticker flakes in order to like make borders like this. Oh, you can't even see it. Like borders like this, cut them up and layer them in like different stuff like that. And I enjoy this. This is the week that is my mom's birthday, and I really want to make this spread as pretty as I can. So Monday, I listened to Call Me By Your Name, as I said. I think I finished it on Tuesday. Yes, and I gave it a 3-star. I enjoyed like the teenage, not necessarily teenage, they're already adults, like the adult. Wait, how old was Elio? So this is like about an Italian guy. They have like this researcher helper boarder of their family. Like their father, I forgot, like, or is the father like a professor or like a writer, and like they have to transcript like pages and such, translating, I don't know, but this American boy who is there like there for the summer, Elio fell in love with him, and this is like their whole relationship from start to finish. They had their ups and downs, very angsty, very spicy, and like I enjoyed it quite a bit. But there is this part wherein they went to this place in Rome, like a publisher, writer, poetry, like party of some sort, and it like went on and on. SoundCloud doesn't have the 2x speed, so the narration was good, but like everything was like in Italian and I don't understand a single thing, so I had to like forward it, and it just went on and on. This poet just went on and on, so I did not enjoy that part, but I still like it was an experience. So if you are interested in like these types of books, I actually recommend it. It does have a movie, and my friend who recommended the book to me and like sent me the link to the audiobook watched the movie and she also enjoyed it. So I don't know, I don't think I'm going to watch a movie, but in any case, I finished that. So that's the first book that I finished for this week. I did binge a bit of anime this week. I watched Kaina of the Great Snow Sea. I think, if memory serves correctly, I gave the series like the first 11 episodes 6 out of 10, just because there are parts that are like sort of weird. It is like sci-fi dystopian situation wherein this whole world was covered in snow. Like the sea, the whole ocean is covered in snow, and they have like lack of water sources, and so there is this mobile kingdom. They are like invading other kingdoms in order to take their water supply, and then it's like this war basically. And the main character, the princess, I think Ririha was her name, went to the sage that is supposed to be living on the top of this great tree in order to like find the sage to fulfill this prophecy that the sage will provide people with limitless amount of water, something like that. But it turns out the sage did not exist, and instead she met Kaina, who is the youngest of the people living on the top of this huge gigantic tree, and they went on that adventure war. And the series, the 11 episodes, was like, it ended up in a cliffhanger that is so unsatisfactory, so you really have to continue with the movie in order to have a satisfactory ending to this whole series. I quite enjoyed it actually, for a sci-fi and an art style that is very much computerized sort of like art style, so I don't really enjoy that, but it's still fine. My EcoShift order also arrived. I bought new shampoo bars and also a tea tree face wash. I haven't seen a lot of like tea tree moisturizers lately in like the local cosmetic shops near me, so I decided to just buy some online. Next, I have here, so Tuesday I did finish the Call Me By Your Name, and then I proceeded to listening to Powerless. And if you have seen my reaction of Powerless, then let's leave it at that. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, or like if this is like your favorite book, but I have seen mixed reviews with this. Like, it's either you really liked it or you really hated it. And later did I realize, and so I therefore correct myself, that, and also my expectation, this is a YA romantasy. So at first, like, of course I could read like any like genre types, because I read middle grade. I also read some YA, but most of the time YA romantasy just don't click with me. So I was wondering if like there is this really a case wherein if like YA romantasy is now pretty much cringy to me, so I won't be continuing with the Powerless trilogy or series or whatever it is. Next, and then Wednesday I did start on listening to Babel or Babel by F. Kwang, Dark Academia. You also have seen my reaction on it. It was like, I should have read the synopsis properly in order to gauge my expectation with this book. And like, I don't know, I did not click or vibe with it, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I was supposed to buy like the physical copy of the book before I started reading, and I am quite lucky that I did not do so, because if I did, I would have hated myself for wasting money, and I'm glad I tried it out on audio first before I bought anything. And then next we have here Thursday I did, while I was still listening to Babel, I actually started with my Hexagon Granny Square, or why did I put Hexagon Granny Square? Hexagon Granny Stitch cardigan situation. Because I started this project like early this year or like late last year, and I stopped. I completely stopped. I forgotten about it. I hid the project bag like way far away, like on the top of like a shelf or something. So I did not remember it until I brought it back down. I did a try on, forgetting that I did not like, it was like so long in like on the top, probably dust mites, so I had to wash it. It was like super itchy, so I had to wash it, and I was using like bamboo cotton yarn, so it did not stretch at all, so I'm happy about that. I'm actually on the second Hexagon Granny Stitch situation, so progress is being made. I actually wanted to make this and hopefully be able to wear it when the weather gets even colder. It is like stormy this week, like a lot of rain happened this week, but it's still quite hot, so hopefully I'll get to finish it by the time the weather is colder, so I'm pretty much excited. Next here, 28th Friday, yesterday, I just written down all of the book binge like that I did for this week. I should have placed Call Me By Your Name here as well, because I have now finished 4 books. 5 if you count like my Project Stick Star book, so 5 books in a week. That's actually quite amazing, even though I did start like some of the books like previously, so I was just finishing it. Like, I was trying to finish all of the books that I have started reading, basically, just to put them aside And I did manage to have like, out of all of these books, 5 books that I've read, I rated 3 quite low and 2 quite high. And then also yesterday, I was not able to film this because I was not expecting it. So if you haven't played or have no idea about Fate Grand Order, the game, like you don't know what Fate Grand Order is or the Fate Grand Order game, it has an anime. It's in the universe of like Fate Stay Night. It's quite popular, but also very convoluted when it comes to their timeline. I do play Fate Grand Order almost a year now, or like, how many years have I played that? So I played it when I was younger, like 2 years maybe when I was younger, and then I came back, started fresh, and there is the servant that you can find in like the friendship summons, like the free pulls. Like every day you get 10 free pulls, and then whenever you use a unit from your friend list, you get like points for it to pull from that banner. And there is this servant called Angram Mainu. He has a 0.01% chance to drop. Like he's like the weakest but also like the super rarest trophy of a servant that you could summon in the friend point summons. And once you have that, it's actually like super exciting. I did not expect to get him yesterday in my first 10 free pulls for the day. I don't know how many pulls I've done in Fate Grand Order already, but it's also like the hellish, like almost like the hellish when it comes to gacha rates. But somehow, after all of these years of me playing this game, I finally got the Angry Mango, as my friend and I call him. He is supposed to be like the what's inside the grail lore-wise. He's like the grail itself. So I'm not going to explain Fate Grand Order or Fate lore here in this channel because that is not something that I'm super informed about. But still, having Angra Mainyu on my account really boosted my motivation to play this game. So in any case, that is so far what happened. I believe I also like pulled Yanqing this week. I just forgot when it was. So was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Like I didn't like even wrote it down because it was like a random standard pull. Like I was at pity, so I was like, let's see who I get, and I ended up getting Yanqing, which is good as well because it's a new unit. So there's someone that I'm going to like race again in Honkai Star Rail. I have been like very much diligent when it comes to Honkai Star Rail playing this week because I am trying to save up pulls for the new Foxian male character. I forgot his name, but I'm going to put a photo of him. And yes, I really want him. So so far that is all that happened this week. So we're going to proceed with the weekly memory keeping binder. I'm starting to have trouble when it comes to like my supplies as of the moment because I did not film actually me taking down my junk journal. I didn't even take a picture of my junk journal that I did like back in 2017. I just tore it all out because I wanted to repurpose some of the items, and some of the items inside that junk journal are literally just junk. So I did not want to keep it anymore. It was like a super heavy book, or notebook rather, so I did not want to carry it around anymore, and it still has like a bunch of pages. So I decided to pull those out and decided to repurpose some of the items that are in there that I find that are important, like letters, birthday gifts, cards that I collected in college and high school from like my old friends, pictures and such. So I decided to not film me taking those apart because there were addresses, signatures, pictures of my old friends. And yeah, I have had like a little bit of trouble finding inspiration using up some of like the stuff that I have on stash because I don't really want to throw them away because I can still use them, but I'm feeling very uninspired right now with the limited amount of items that I have. So as you can see, I only have pulled out these items, like the main items that I want to put in this page of ours. So I'm going with a very green and pink or purplish sort of spread for this week, and I'm going to use this. This is the lyrical card, or like in the Card Fight Vanguard deck that my brother bought last time, and it's like just the packaging of the card set basically. So I'm going to use this, like tipping it in and writing inside here, like probably my book list or something. I will use a lot of like rainbow colored because this is the last week of June. And as for like my main sticker, I'm going to use like a bunch of stickers. I don't know which one I'm going to choose. Whether I will choose like my Venti sticker or I'm going to use King Harlequin from Nanatsu no Taizai, and I forgot the name of his buddy, but I don't know. I'm still working on it, and I found this actually. This is a photo. Here we go. That's the proper. This is from a calendar, as you can see. Like, these are like paintings done in Canada by different kids back in I don't know when this was, 2005 maybe. So I still have some of these. So these are the stuff that I'm going to use, like a very limited palette of items, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so here we are finished. I did not end up using this picture, so we're going to do that next time. But I did manage to use up a bunch. I only have 3 of the pieces that I have pulled out for this week. I really probably would need like a sort of washi tape or something stronger to hold this down because it's flipping over because it's super thick. But yeah, it was super fun to do this, like something different. Like, there is always this case wherein if I'm like in a creative block, I would just like rip up a bunch of pieces of paper and collage them like randomly, and this is how it turned out. I did put in here like all of like the books, anime, and gacha that I have for this week and hide it there. I did smudge the ink because I was like too impatient and decided to squish it down, but I did end up using Fairy King here in the middle and wrote a little bit there. And that is it for the page for this week. I would probably have like maybe another clip after this one because I probably will pick another book. I will probably pick up another book after this because I am still in the mood to read, and this week has been just the best when it comes to mood reading, and it's just Saturday, so I still have one more day of reading something. I don't know if it's going to be my Project 6 Star pick or if it's going to be something else because I am kind of craving for something else. Like, I did enjoy reading Apollo Trials, so I might pick up the second book. So we'll see. But in any case, that is it for me for this week, talking wise, and I will see you in the next week.